Hola, from Cascada Cafe Retiro in Popayan, Colombia. Moving forwards consciously. Whether I'm aware of it or not, I am unlimited creatrix, and my creations are in my image and likeness. The stressing situations allow my body to feel the fears that are hidden deep inside of me. When I become aware of this, I can now decide to take a new course of action. New action brings new experiences that can help refine my perception of who I am and what is going on around me. This is called perception action effect. The more I arise in consciousness, the more efficient my action becomes. And as its efficiency increases, so does my level of consciousness. Evolving is like walking. The left foot represents perception and the right foot action. When a foot moves forwards, the other follows. This has a direct effect on the evolution of both body and soul. Example: my present job does not inspire me anymore and I feel I need a change. Perception: I have to quit without knowing what I will do next. Action: my soul is setting things up and I have to patiently wait, trusting my soul. If I do not act according to my soul's advice, the ego keeps me in a vicious cycle of inaction. My right foot is nailed to the ground as I move forwards with the left foot. I think that I am moving forwards, but my left foot turns endlessly in circles. I cannot evolve in consciousness. Fear nails me on the spot. The only way to move forward is to tear away this nail of fear. I must do precisely what I'm afraid of doing. Otherwise, I will die on the same spot, exhausted, persuaded that I'm a pitiful, powerless creature. How can I be sure that my action plan comes from my soul and not the ego? I must go into action. It is by doing things that I can observe my creations. By observing what I am experiencing, I can recognize ego's old tricks. As soon as I jump into action, I get a clear message of what is going on inside of me. Certain situations awaken old hidden fears that I finally get to solve for good. If things go from bad to worse, then I am definitely led by my ego. The blows will come down fast and strong. When everything happens by magic without any mental planning or expectations for a specific result, I live in soul-body unity. The philometer. Duality is the state that exists in me when I am under the ego's governance. I experience a permanent state of inner war and unending suffering. This state is lessened when my needs are satisfied, since my body experiences an expansion. If my needs are not satisfied, my suffering becomes more pronounced, and my body experiences a contraction, the negative. I remain in the fishbowl of fear while my body cells move back and forth from contraction to expansion. This is what creates exhaustion and eventually death. On the other hand, when my body accepts the governance of the soul, both body and soul live in unity. The philometer stays at zero. This does not mean that I live in indifference, but that I live in a state of inner peace, joy, serenity, and infinite love, which are without cause and do not depend on external circumstances. In 99.99% of human beings, the ego is in total control of the triple body, the physical, emotional, and mental parts of the body. The apocalyptic times we presently live in force me to question myself and to understand who I really am. The purpose of the whole experiment is to allow my soul to have full authority on my body. To get there is necessary to transfer the power from my ego to the soul. Normally, my body is riding up and down on a seesaw. Slowly, my soul grows, evolves, weighs more and more, and eventually surpasses the weight of my ego. The transfer of power announces the beginning of the greatest adventure of all times. Who cares what I achieve here when everything around me is collapsing? It is time to wake up and realize that only one adventure deserves all my time and energy. The only real adventure is internal. It will eventually give birth to the long-awaited Eidesic being, the ultimate purpose of all that has happened since the Big Bang. Join me on this amazing journey. I trust I will be sharing the energy of the healing sounds of this waterfall and infinite love with you soon. Truth Consciousness Workshop at Cascada Cafe Retiro in Popayan, Colombia, February 3rd to 7th, 2020 in English and March 2nd to 6th, 2020 in Spanish. Infinite love.